Hello guys, my name is Brittany. Welcome to my channel. So, today, this week, we have got a bit of a different video. Um, well, first of all, it's been a while since I've uploaded. I am back in school and I am taking I'm taking 6 classes, I believe 16 credits, and 4 of them are psychology, and there's a lot of reading. So, kind of like towards the end of the semester, middle end of the semester, it got pretty busy and I just didn't have time to edit. But now I'm back. It's the end of the semester. And hopefully it'll be a bit more of a regular upload schedule. Next semester, I'm not taking as many classes. Honestly, it's just 1 class less, 3 credits less, so it'll be 13 credits instead of 16, which will hopefully be a lot easier. So, on to what this video is. About a year ago, I was inspired by the Harry Styles cardigan and decided to make a Niall Horan Heartbreak Weather inspired cardigan. Now, I did make like the Harry Styles cardigan, and that was knit. I do know how to knit like a little, kind of. I taught myself. I haven't knit in a long time, so it was like a learning process for that. I do more crochet, so that is why I decided to do the crochet Niall Horan cardigan. It was fun to make and design. I kind of like came up with this design myself. I looked at like other patchwork cardigans to kind of get a layout because I haven't made clothes before. Now I have made more clothes and I feel more like familiar with it. But with this one, it was like my first time making my own pattern and then making a cardigan. So with this, it is Heartbreak Weather inspired, like the album, not the song. So there are 16 songs. So for like each song, there are at least 2 or 3 squares for the song, if that makes sense. I kind of wanted to like look at the songs and think, okay, what is like something that stands out to me for that song? Like, what is a part of the song that I could like then make into like a visual piece? And like with that, like there's some that are pretty obvious, like dress. You can have like a dress on the square. Like, that's kind of easy. That's obvious. But then there's others that are like not that simple. It took some. It was it was a process trying to think of how I could like visualize the song as like an object. Like what part of the song stands out, like what is something that I could actually make into crochet, if that makes sense. And it it was difficult for some. For example, for Everywhere, the song, I did like a shell stitch, which I was not familiar with. Like this project introduced me to some new stitches that I didn't know of before. And I really enjoyed like the learning part of that. It's like and being exposed to new stitches. So everywhere is done in the shell stitch because in part of it like he says like there's a beach mentioned. So I'm like, okay, so what is a beach? What is at a beach? How can we represent a beach? Well, there's shells at the beach. So I then like was like, okay, what kind of stitches are there? Is there like a shell stitch? Turns out there is. Learned how to do that and made that into a square. Um, so as you can see here, I am making like the applique for the dress square, and a lot of them are applique, which then makes like the square, the whole square, like thicker and not as like flexible. So with that, like this piece, the cardigan, isn't, I don't see it as something that is wearable I don't see it as like a clothing piece. I see it more as an artwork, like something that is just happens to be a cardigan that you can wear, but is more for art, is for like viewing and looking at. But you can also like touch it and hold it and like turn it around. It's like a full 3D piece. So maybe like a sculpture. Maybe that's a better example. I don't know. So I really enjoyed this. I liked making it. I liked the process. I liked designing it, and I really like how it turned out. It took quite a while, and it really pushed my crochet skills. Like it improved them. It exposed me to stuff that I didn't know of before, and I feel like I have gotten a lot better at crochet and like just kind of understanding how stuff works and how like you can put stuff together. I don't know if that makes sense to people who like don't crochet, but I feel like this project has helped me better understand how to make my own patterns and try to like push myself. Like I sell some of like my crochet pieces. I kind of do like custom orders where people can just ask me to make something, and I advertise it as like crochet characters like the amigurumi. I don't know if that's how you say it. So it's like kind of like crochet toys, and it always surprises me like the stuff that people ask for. Like two people actually had asked for Pennywise, which I never would have thought of making, and I just really enjoyed that process of like trying to figure out how to make it. So I think this project really was, it did that, like pushed my creativity with crochet. Yeah, with filming this voiceover, like I feel like I have an online intro to neuroscience class, and it's like all voiceovers for the videos, and just this filming it like this, I feel like it just reminds me of that class and like how the teachers who are doing online or had to do online when classes switched to online. It just feels like that. I don't know. It just seems so weird. Um, but as you can see, like my cats are walking around. This was when they were just little babies and little kittens. They're so cute, and now they're both a year old. So that like kind of really shows how long. I believe I started this when we had them, and then they were like only a few weeks old then, and now they have turned 1, and end of December it will be a year since we got them. So yeah, it's been about a year. Just crazy. So, what now? Each square for the cardigan is based on a song. And there's Lily. She was so tiny and so small, and she had like these little gray tufts of fur right, but like kind of behind her ears, and they're gone now. Like it's just crazy to look back and like see them in videos and pictures and see how much they changed. Like Klaus looks so different. He had so much like white fur and now he has none. It's so crazy how much pets change. So this square here is done in this shell stitch like I was talking about before, and it ends up looking like it's rows of shells lined up. So there's like stuff like that gets more, it has to be more creative. So I don't really know what else to talk about in relation to the cardigan right now. At the end I will show each of the squares and like kind of a whole view of the finished piece, and like just match the songs. But I've just realized that I started this in probably like January, maybe December 2020, January 2021. And it's now December 2021. So you're gonna see me like go through the whole season, the whole year. Oh, you'll see me go from wearing like winter clothes to summer, and then I finish it in the summer. So yeah, it'll just be from winter to summer clothing. Um, which is quite funny. It's You'll see what I have worn throughout the year and maybe see how I've changed. I don't know. Okay, so if you don't know, I graduated in December 2020. I got a degree in art, and as I mentioned earlier, I am back in school. I This is like just such bad timing for everything. So I graduated, and then the they were going to be starting an art education like concentration that is within the art degree, so that you could get licensed to teach art. Um, it's like such bad timing because like I just graduated, and like I had heard about the program before starting, but I was like I didn't think it would be this soon. I mean, still like let's see, if I got like was starting the art education classes right away, I still would have to wait until fall 2022, I think. I'd have to wait to take like the two art classes that are required for like to teach art. I don't know what they are. I haven't taken them yet. Um but like the whole concentration is like 34, 36 credits. So that could be like done in a year and a half. And I've met with the advisors and it's supposed to take like 3 years. They plotted everything out, showing like my schedules, what I'll be taking each semester, and it's not until fall or spring 2024. It's like 3 years for 30 something credits. How? Why? Why? And I guess like the reasoning is that the education program is very much like you must take these classes this semester, and then you'll take these classes next semester, and then you'll move on to these, and you can't like combine classes together. I just I hope like there's something that can be done where it doesn't take me until 2024 to graduate for 34, 36 credits, whatever it is, because that is just so ridiculously long. Like, if I had stayed in school, so I minored in psychology. So my major was art, my minor was psychology. And I find out that like the psychology degree to get the major is only 18 more credits than the minor. And like I could have gotten 2 degrees in like 5 years. And I can't even get licensed to teach in a year and a half. Like it's gonna take me 3 years just to get licensed to teach. Like I don't want to not take classes. I'll take all of the classes. I just want to take them at the same time. Does that make sense? like, I'm choosing to come back to the same college. I could have gone to any other college, but I'm choosing to come back to the same college, and they aren't going to make any exceptions. Like, I would think that they would want people to go into this program and, like, just make arrangements where stuff will work for, like, where they can, someone who already has a degree can get licensed in a shorter amount of time. Like, oh my god. I am in this child and adolescent development class for the education. It is just a repeat of all my psychology classes. I've already learned all of this stuff. It's just, and I have to take it. It's just like kind of ridiculous how they, like, for one, I had to take the child and adolescent development, because I was in Intro to Human Development, which talks about like a lot of the same things, but like, okay, I can see that, but I feel like they should have looked at my psychology classes and looked at what was taught in child and adolescent development, the education class, and like been like, okay, yeah, she probably already knows this stuff, so you can just not take this. Your psychology classes will count towards it. No, it's just a repeat of my psychology classes. I'm just like, I hope that like whole rant didn't come off across as like me feeling like people have to accommodate to me and like work around me. That's not like my intention at all. It's frustrating that it'll take 3 years for like 36 credits when I had already graduated and this program wasn't available to me, and it's something that I would have been interested in. So yeah, that's all. I hope it doesn't feel like I came across as like entitled to this. And so here you can see me sewing the squares together. I am making, actually, I'm tearing apart that because it was messed up. I decided to switch some of the squares around, so I had to undo that. But I'm sewing the squares together, and it will actually start to look like a cardigan, like something, and not just a bunch of squares. So we have got to sew the sleeves together, the front panels, and the back panel, and then I have to make like the ribbon for the cardigan. Okay, so now I will get on to show each individual square and what song it is based on. So this one here is based on Heartbreak Weather. As you can see, it's two storm clouds with lightning, and heartbreak weather, heartbreak, not a good thing, and storms, lightning, not good. I mean, some people like it, but that was my thought process. This next one here is black and white. Very simple, just lines with black and white. I don't feel like that needs any more explanation. Dear Patience is the star stitch, which now someone has said that looks like a cat butthole. I mean, thankfully it's in black, so it's not that noticeable, but it's like star stitch. But there's a part where he just, what is it, like, just me and the stars can be lonely stars, star stitch, there's that. Next we have got bend the rules, which is like a piece of paper. And it's like, I don't remember what the exact lyric is, but it's like, but on paper something, I don't know, I can't think of what it is, but that is my thought process. Like, it's a sheet of paper, you've got the blue and the white lines, and then the red line on the side. Next, we have got small talk, which is just a pair of lips. Yeah, talk with your mouth, so it's like kind of, that's the process. Next is nice to meet you. We have got the sunglasses like he wore in the music video. Next is put a little love on me. We have got the piano because that was in the music video again. Arms of a Stranger, we've got like a broken heart, which, I mean, this could have fit with like Heartbreak Weather, but I feel like the weather is better with that. But Arms of a Stranger's broken heart because it's kind of a nice song. Everywhere we've got the shell stitch. like I said before, because there's like a part where he mentions the beach. Next, we've got Cross Your Mind, which is, I don't remember what the stitch was called. I wish I remembered because it's like a really cool stitch and I really like it. But as you can see, the stitch here is kind of crossing with each other. I believe the stitch started with a C and maybe there was like knot in it or something. I don't know. It was a long time ago. Next is New Angel, which is the angel wing stitch, which looks really cool. I really like that I found this, and there's like actually a stitch that like looked like wings. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. Angel wings. Next is No Judgment, which we have got the bow tie because that's like the they had like a suit on in the video. It would be kind of embarrassing if this was something was wrong in here. Next is San Francisco, and we've got the bridge. It's in San Francisco, so that makes sense. For still, it is this here. It's the square here. It is the X's and O's stitch. If you look closely, like there's the X's, and then like there's the O's that are kind of like inside of it. I don't know how to explain that. Like, does that make sense? I don't know. But it's kind of like X's and O's. Does that make sense? I don't know. Honestly, I don't really remember what part of the song this was. What was it? I think it was kind of, what was it? Was it like still that he's still like the person? I think so. This was so long ago. I should have written down like my reasoning. Next square is based on dress, and it is a dress, so that kind of that's an easy one. That makes sense. And then we have got the last square, which is this one here, yellow with a line of hearts in the middle, and that is based on nothing. Is based on what part? What's the lyric? As you can tell, like I'm not good at remembering like just singular lyrics off the top of my head. It's like I know the whole song, but like just like part of the lyric out of context. It's just I don't know what it is. But what was it? Nothing. It's like nothing but your love. So it's kind of like okay, it's just all yellow. It's like there's nothing there. It's just yellow, and then there's the line of hearts, but your love, nothing on the top and the bottom, and then the hearts like representing love in the middle. So those are like each individual square. Just hit my laptop if you heard that. I don't know. I don't know what you can hear in this. My dogs have been making noise, and it's like I have to keep stopping the recording, deleting, and then like re-recording parts of it. So it's like, oh, so much. It's kind of like I'm done. This is a 30-minute video. There's a lot of talking. I just don't know. Why did I decide to talk throughout this whole video? I could have just had music and like talking about each individual part, but I figured maybe I just figured like it's been a while since I've uploaded. We could just do a little update and talk through this for 30 minutes, which is so long. Maybe we'll say this is practice for teaching. Like teachers talk for a long time, although it is art, so it's not like I'm standing in front of them lecturing. But yeah, that is all of the squares and like the song that matches them. We are coming up to the end here. As you can see, that was the sleeve, and I actually had to make another row of squares for the sleeve because it just didn't go around my arm enough. I wanted to like when it was done, I wanted to show it on, but like I said before, I'm not gonna be wearing this. I feel like it is more of an art piece and not actual clothing. So, just sewing, so much sewing. it took quite a while. I didn't like that part. Like I was really procrastinating with that. I was just tired of sewing, so I took a break, which kind of lasted until the summer, probably more like the end of the summer. Um, I just didn't feel like making. I think it was mainly the ribbon, which was seen earlier. I think I put like all of the crochet parts together, and then I put all of the sewing parts together. So let me see me sewing everything together right now, and it was a lot of sewing. I was just kind of like, I don't want to do this anymore, so I took a break that lasted a lot longer than it should have. But um, yeah, I finally decided to pick it up and finish it. I kind of do that quite a bit. There's a lot of product projects that I have not finished yet. Not even just crochet. I paint a little bit. And there's like some painting ones that I have started and I just haven't finished yet. I want to finish them. It's just you have to get all the paint out and all the brushes and everything and get it all set up, and it doesn't help with having a little dog that likes to hop up by you and get paint on her paw, causing her to have a pink patch of fur for a bit. And I'm sure Lily will be the same way. And so I just haven't painted yet. I hope to soon. So the sleeves were done, sewing them on to the like body of it, the front panels and the back panels. I don't know. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this. I don't think I would make a copy of it. I don't think I'd make another one, but I would definitely make other stuff that is like related to albums like this. You know, I enjoyed it. I liked the process of making it, even though it took forever. Um, but yeah, this is the end game. It's almost done sewing everything together. And do I have more of like the crochet it? I might. I don't know. But just sewing everything together. Still, I think at this point I still had to make the ribbon. I think I had the part for the sleeve, but like the not yeah the sleeve, like the cuff around the sleeve. So here's the finished piece. It is all put together, complete, 100% done. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would like to make more crochet videos, so hopefully some of those are coming soon. And I am picking up with Sheila and Trace for my Sims series. Um, didn't know, lost all of the CC, a lot of the CC that I had, so I had to find that, and I am still missing a bunch. So yeah, look forward to that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.